Hello friends, welcome to Electronic Circuit Hub. So today we are going to understand about the BJT current mirror circuit in LT Spice. So I'm not going much detail in the theory. I will just run the simulation and I will show you the behavior of current BJT current mirror circuit. I will tune the value of this resistance R1 and I will show the behavior of this circuit, right? So as you know that this is NPN transistor. I haven't taken any specific part. This is generic part, that is Q1, and this is also NPN transistor. This is also a generic part, that is Q2, and you can see here I have injected 100 milliampere current source to this transistor Q1, and the collector of this transistor is shorted with the base of Q1 and the base of Q2. That means this current I1, if I say I1 equals to, that means current flowing through this collector of this transistor, if IC, so I1 equals to IC, and here there is a current which is called IV. So first I1 equals to IC plus IV, and if you further elaborate it, you can find here this IB is again divided to IV1 and IB2. So this I1 equals to IC plus IB1 plus IB2. Okay, since if we assume there is a no difference in the transistor gain, uh, so the current would be flowing through this transistor would be same. So now I will run the simulation and I will show you the behavior of this circuit. So you have to go this simulate and edit simulation command, then go at this transient and stop time is 100 millisecond, right? So that is okay, and you can see here you are running transient analysis. Go at this button, run button, click it, and you can see two window, one for circuit, one for waveform simulation. So go at window, tile window vertically. Now you can see you have two window, right? So okay, let me divide this waveform window into two parts, that is at plot pane. So let me show you first the current flowing through this branch. So this is I1. You can see the current flowing through. Let me change the resistance first to 50 ohm, right? Run the simulation again here. Okay. So now the current flowing through this I1 is 100 milliampere, you can see, and click it here. Let us see the current flowing through this R1. Okay, so this is coming 97 milliampere. That is, there is a 3 milliampere current which is deviating, right? So if you divide 5 divided by 50, your approximate current should be 100 milliampere. Now it is coming 97 milliampere. There is a 3 milliampere current flowing somewhere else. We assume for the moment that 1.5 milliampere current flowing through the base of this Q1 and 1.5 milliampere current flowing through the base of this Q2. Okay, so now if you further reduce the resistance value here, let's say let me half of this resistance, that is 25 ohm. Okay, so I have reduced the resistance value, that is 25 ohm, and I will run the simulation again here. So what I see is the current flowing this register IR1 is equal to 98 milliampere, right? So what I found, when the load resistance R1 was 50 ohm, the current flowing through this R1 was 97 milliampere. Now I reduce this R1 value, that is 25 ohm, and now you can see the current flowing through this R1, that is IR1 is 98 milliampere, right? So what does it mean? As per calculation, 5 divided by 25, that means there should be a 200 milliampere current flow through this resistance R1, but the current is constant, which is approximately equal to your I1, okay, which is approximately equal to this I1. So current flowing through this branch is approximately equal to the current flowing through this branch. Even then you are increasing your load, you are increasing your load, that means you are lowering down the resistance value. So let me reduce the load resistance to 1 ohm. This is just for demonstration you to understand the current mirroring. So if you theoretically calculate the currents flowing through this now branch would be 5. If you neglect the VC loss of this transistor Q2, so 5 divided by 1 ohm, it should be around 1 ampere. Let me run the simulation and show you the current flowing through this resistance R1, and you can see now the current flowing through this resistance remain constant even if you are increasing the load, right? Even if you are increasing the load, that means if you are increasing lowering down the resistance value R1, that means this current mirror circuit is working. Your current flowing through this branch I1 is equal to IR1. You can see both are nearly equal, and even if you increase your load resistance value here, right? So let me increase the resistance value. Let me put it here 100 ohm. So if you calculate mathematically here, so 5 divided by 100 ohm, that means current should be 50 milliampere. Let me run the simulation here, and now you can see if you reduce the load, that means if you increases the resistance value R1, your current IR1 flowing through IR1 is lowered. Okay, it is as per theoretical calculated value. 5 divided by 100 ohm, you will find 50 milliampere. Neglect the loss of this Q2, that is VCE. Okay, so what you can conclude here, you have set one reference current, that is I1 here, and that is current flowing through this branch is I1, that is constant, and that is reference current, that is 100 milliampere. And on this branch, if you increase more current, so the current will not increase and it will remain the same as I1. Okay, and if you reduce the current, that will get reduced. So if you increase the current, this current mirror circuit limits the current, but if you reduce your current flowing through this resistor IR1, you are free to reduce your current. Okay, so hope you understand the concept of current mirror circuit by using BJT. At the end, I will upload this file in the Google Drive, and I will share the link in the description section. You may go and download this file. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. If you have any question, feel free to ask me in comment section.